Good afternoon. Hello. Just 10 minutes ago, I met a person on the way, and he told me that once upon a time he was my classmate, and now he's in service. But he has told me that he's not happy. I have asked him what's the reason of her unhappiness. He then asked me to take a seat uh, near a shop, a tea stall, and then he ordered 2 cups of tea for both of us. And then he asked me if I have time to make to share some uh, topics with him. I told that yes, I have time, not enough, but for some time I may share with him his ideas. And he told me that he will unfold the event and which has caused unhappiness in his life. Okay, then he told me that about marriage he will tell me, which is behind the curtain of his unhappiness. I asked him, has he married? He told me that yes, he has married, but his wife is not with him nowadays. Then I asked him what is the reason. He told me that the matter is that he was in love with a lady in the early life and had romance with her for a long time. And once the lady asked her to marry her, and by the way, she was very much pleased with him. And anyway, he talked with his family, and the matter happened, and he was married with her once upon a time. Anyway, and that time he told me that after some years, when he went outside the country, he connected with her wife over phone, and sometimes he understood or realized that beside her there is some person who is giving her company, but he had not the time or he had not the scope of meeting her from that place because he was outside the country. He went to foreign for some training, and then he could not connect her physically because he was away from the country. Anyway, when he returned home, he saw that his wife is absent minded and could not respond to him for some reasons, and he tried to discover the matter. And one day he uh, made some plan. He told her wife that he would go to the market for marketing, and it will take a long time for returning. And saying this, he started from her house, but he actually could not start. He uh, was he was in a thought, in a plan that he would suppress his physical presence before her, but he would be nearer to his house. And after some time, he saw that a person is coming towards his house. A very young chap was coming and knocked the door, and his wife opened the door. Anyway, he gradually started towards his house, and he was waiting beside the door of the room while his wife was making story with the person. And after some time, he was very much curious that what was the matter inside the room, and he saw some unnatural thing. And after that time, he opened the door with a sound, and there his wife understood that their matter has been disclosed to her husband. Anyway, from that time, the peace of the family was disturbed, and one day, a wife left her husband and went away. So this was the reason of her unhappiness. Anyway, he asked me whether I was married or not. I told him that yes, I am married, and yes, same case. I was in love, and I fell in love and married a lady, and that was love marriage. But in my case, there is no such matter. I am completely happy. In this case, he then told me that love marriage and social marriage both are marriages, but actually social marriage is more safe, and social marriage gives happiness as to some persons. But I could not agree with him. I told him that social marriage means a man is married with a lady who is not at all known to him, or the lady who is married with the man, she does not know the man at all, but they are married. And in love marriage, both are known to each other, and they can be very easy, very smooth in their family life, as they were known to each other uh, from the early time. Anyway, social marriage and love marriage, the reason of safety, security, these are not the matter at all. The matter is that about responsibility, about love, about affection, and different things which are the reasons that bring happiness in family. Unhappiness is the opposite of happiness, so we should not behave in such a manner that my wife may feel unhappy, or I may feel unhappy by her, etc. So, social marriage and love marriage, both marriages are marriages, but I prefer love marriage, so I have married already in course of love. Anyway, we could not neglect social marriage. So, our duty is to be responsible in family life. We must be responsible for my wife, my children, my other family members, and she must be of this nature. And in this way, a family may be completely happy. And after this discussion, he left the place, and he told me that yes, your point is right, and that way he understood the matter, and he left away. Okay, bye.